Straight Talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Ooh, simply straight talk.
Okay, why is he not answering the phone?
Hey, go ahead and speak. Leave a message after the beep, but just make sure it's less characters than a tweet. This is the voicemail of Reggie B.
Reggie, this is Melissa. I'm about to walk in this house. Where are you? I'm not going to stop calling until you answer this phone. What the? Hey, I told him to be here on time. I need these shelves put up. Forget him. I will do it myself. Now I know he is not laying on my brand new couch with his shoes on. Reggie. Ooh, look at him. He's so relaxed and comfortable. Reggie, wakey. I got something for you. Reggie.
What the God? Dang! Somebody dropping bricks on her brother's face. Dang!
Oh, you're up. How are you?
I'm good, but my face hurt.
You must have been dreaming or something. Hold up. How did you get in my house?
I got a key, remember?
No, I don't remember. How did you get a key?
When you moved in and you sent me over here while you were at your old place? Duh.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
On a side note, did you talk to Julia?
No, I did not. And why do you ask?
She just seemed really down this morning. She just hasn't been happy.
But what is happiness, and why do you think she has to always be happy?
Well, she got the guy she wanted. She got a respectable job. She makes good money. And she's got a little local popularity. Shoot, what else can you want?
But how does all that equal happiness? What makes a person happy is more than being comfortable financially or well-liked.
True. That's true.
Happiness is something we all want in life, but many of us ignore the reality of the things, opportunities, or people that would bring happiness into our life over fantasy thoughts or shallow thinking.
But doesn't that contradict what you just said?
Listen, happiness comes from a variety of things in our life. What we tie ourselves to on the outside must connect with who we truly are on the inside. If the outside things of the world don't bring you balance or self-contentment internally, then you will live every day on an emotional roller coaster or faking it on social media.
Wow. Phew, I feel like somebody who was just enlightened by a Kung Fu master. Shoot, I'm feeling like the Kung Fu Panda right now, the Dragon Warrior.
Well, Kung Fu Panda, how about putting those shelves up like you promised?
No problem. It's already done. I got here like 40 minutes before you even got back, so I had already started on it.
Ooh, let me see.
Look, and you will see that I am a man of my word, and I did save you some time.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Everything is looking good.
Well, now that that's taken care of, I am feeling a little famished. Hey, what are you doing with my keys?
Boy, I am taking my key off your key ring because you're a little too comfortable, and then we can grab something to eat.
Melissa, you do know that is called stealing.
And what you did is called illegal entry.
Whatever, man. Dang, my face hurt.
Are you okay? You may have gotten too much sun. It will do that to you.
What?
Hey, Simply Straight Talk family. Welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show, where every topic is a hot topic, and hot topics are all about that real talk. Now here's your host, Reggie.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Simply Straight Talk Show. This is your host, Reggie Maddox. Man, today I want to talk about a subject that's going to ask you a question. Because I believe that if you don't ask questions, then it's going to be very difficult to get the answers, especially for yourself. So I want to ask you, what is happiness to you? Now, this is not a simple question, and it's not a simple topic. So bear with me on this now. Just kind of hang in there for a second, because this is about you. I want to make this show about you. And the first thing we want to do is work out your happiness, my happiness. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about What is happiness to you? When you really think about it, what does happiness means to you? Mean to you? What is it? What is happiness? I mean, if you really sit down and think about that question, and some people will probably just rattle off a couple things from the top of their head, but are you thinking about things that's happiness for the moment? Are you thinking about happiness long term? Are you thinking about what is going to make your life happy? And when I say your life, I'm talking about you, not just your situation, not just the environment around you, not the people around you, but what is going to make you happy? What is going to make you feel like despite what you're up against, despite what you're doing, you're happy. You're happy to get up in the morning. You're happy to come home. You're happy to go to work. You're happy to do whatever you're doing. What is it that's going to make you happy? What is happiness to you? And I think that this is a very good question. I think this is a question that many of us say we want to be happy, but very rarely do we actually think about what it is in our lives that makes us happy. We don't really think about what is happiness to us. We think about our children. We think about our wife. We think about our husband. We think about our coworkers. We think about our friends. We think about people like volunteer programs. We think about people we may see or pass or people we may hear going through things. But what about you? What about you? You. What about you? What is happiness to you? Surely, I believe that you do find some fulfillment and joy from seeing other people happy, seeing other people, have something good in life. But what about you? Are you that person that's people are pulling energy from, pulling resources from? They're smiling, they're happy because you're contributing to them in some way. It could be emotionally, it could be financially, But what about you? What is it that makes you happy? That's what I want to talk about today. What is it that makes you happy? Because this is a question, like I said, that many of us, we think about, but we don't think about ourselves. Because in this crazy world we live in, this cold world sometimes, we're often working more to see other people happy more than we are ourselves. So we give ourselves temporary fixes. We do things that temporarily make us feel happy. We're not even happy. It's a temporary stimulation of feeling good. Depending on what the activity is, it could be for a couple minutes, it could be for an hour or two, and then it's gone. But that's not the happiness I'm talking about. I'm not talking about temporary stimulation to feel okay. I'm talking about you being happy. Now, there are questions you may ask yourself. And some people do question their life as far as, when they sort of feel like things are kind of good and they sort of feel like they're smiling. So, but then again, they don't. So they ask themselves, should I be happy all the time? If I get sad one day, or if I'm happy throughout the day, then I have one moment to where I'm just not feeling real happy. Am I still happy? Do I still have happiness? Will more money or fame bring you happiness? Do you think that's the answer? Do you feel like, if you just had money to do whatever you want, if you just had money to pay all your bills, that you would be happy? With fame, people notarizing you, people idolizing you, people wanting your autograph, people giving you that, it's not real love, it's an image of love. People giving you that image of love. Will that make you feel happiness? Is that happiness to you? Can happiness only be attained when you get to a certain place in life? Can you only say your life has happiness when, you reach that plateau where you felt like, yes, I did it. Now my life is fully happy. I'm an actor. I'm an athlete. I'm a superstar. I'm a model. I'm an author. I'm a judge. I'm a lawyer. I'm a doctor. Does that mean happiness to you? Does having a family mean happiness? Getting married, having kids, being in a relationship. Is that happiness to you? Does owning a home, a respectable, well-paying job, does that make you happy? See, these are the questions that we often ask, and these are some of the answers that we often come up with in regards to what makes us feel happy in life, why we feel happy. Or we would feel happy if we had those things. We feel like those are the things that's going to make us happy. If I had more money, if I had a husband, if I had a wife, if I had kids, if I was famous. You know what I mean? If I had a well-respectable job, if I owned my own home in this area, in this city, in this town. Those are some of the things that a lot of people say when they think about, yeah, I'd be happy if I had this. You say, I would be happy because you got it. But now I want to kind of go into a different direction because these are the same questions that people have been asking themselves for hundreds of years about being happy. But we know that these are not the answers that's the root of happiness. These answers are not the root to happiness. Because you got to remember, Anthony Bourdain was an American chef. He was an author. He was a television personality. He committed suicide. This guy had wealth. He had fame. He had money. He committed suicide. Robert Williams, one of the greatest comedians to ever grace us, a comedian, an actor, committed suicide. He had a family. He had the house. He had the respectable job. Stephanie Adams. I don't know if many of you knew her, but, at the age of 47 now, and consider this, she jumped out of the 25th floor hotel window after throwing her 7-year-old son out of the window. And she was a self-made millionaire before the age of 30. Self-made millionaire before the age of 30. And she jumped from a window and threw her son out the window of a 25-story building. Well, from the 25th floor. All three of these people had money. All three of these people had fame. All three of these people had a family. They had the big house. They had it. They had kids. They had it. Respectable, well-paying jobs. They had it. They owned their own home. They had it. The cars, the money. They had it. They had it. They had everything that a lot of us are saying right now. If we had that, I would be happy. That is happiness. If that's happiness, then why weren't they happy? Why did they take their lives? Some will say you can contribute alcohol or drugs. Some say you can contribute depression. Some say you can contribute maybe a mental disorder. But why weren't they happy? They had the things that the majority of people in this world say, if I had this, I'm happy. They had everything that the majority of people today say will bring happiness to them. Then why weren't they happy? Some of you own your own home. Some of you have just what they have. You may not have the money or the high level of fame, but you have the comfort of living. You have a comfortable lifestyle. You can pay your bills. You can travel. You got the car you want. You got a family. You got a wife. You got kids. Why are you not happy? Why don't you believe that your life has happiness? But you're not happy. What is it? What is it? You're not happy. So we need to explore a little bit deeper. When I ask you what is happiness to you, okay, I'm asking you, what is happiness to you? I'm not talking about your family. I'm not talking about your friends. I'm not talking about your kids. I'm not talking about your husband or your wife. What is happiness to you long term? Not a quickie, not something that's going to make you feel good for a few minutes, not something that's just fun for a moment. But what is happiness to you in your life? What is happiness? Like I said, when I say happiness, what is it to you? I want you to think about that. What is happiness to you? When I say happiness, I'm talking about you get up in the morning, you go to work, you come home, you see your family, you answer your phone, you're happy. It doesn't mean that you don't have trouble. You're happy. You understand that problems are going to come in your life, but there's happiness in your life. Most of us spend most of our life working to ensure the happiness of others. We do. Husbands spend most of their time going to work thinking about their wife, their kids. Mothers spend half their time going to work thinking about their husband, their kids. Kids go to school and, they're at home and they're thinking about their father. They're thinking about their mother. They're thinking about their friends at school. Everybody is thinking about somebody else. You have single people who spend more time, trying to figure out how to keep their friends happy. I need to answer this phone call, but this person is going to talk to you for 30 minutes to 2 hours on some negative stuff, but you want them to be happy. Many people give of themselves so much that they don't think about themselves. What is it that makes you happy? What brings happiness in your life? The thing that many people don't understand is happiness starts with understanding you. It starts with understanding who you are on the inside. Who are you? And many people struggle with that very question. They struggle with that very question. And many people struggle with that question, not because they don't know the answer. They struggle with the question of who they are because they don't feel that other people will understand or approve. So it's not that you don't know who you are. You just struggle with the fact of what other people think about you, what they would think about your dreams, what they would think about your ambition, your likes. You struggle with that. You struggle with other people's approval of you and your life so much that you don't even consider the fact that you are killing your own dreams. You are taking away and cheating yourself and discarding your own happiness because you are so much in the mindset that your life, who you are as a person, matters based on what other people think, if they will approve or not. I did a show a couple weeks ago and I talked about when I was dating this girl and I said that I wanted to start a couple website businesses. And she just lit into me about it. Lit into me. And one of the things I wanted to start was a website to where people can connect, be it for dating, be it for friendships. And this was before all of this got big. But I allowed her to steal that dream because I weighed her thoughts of me and how she felt and what she approved of more than my own dream of having my own business. How many of you have done the same thing? And tell the truth, some of y'all are doing it right now. That's the reality of what many of us are doing. We are sidetracking our happiness. Now, that does not mean that you can't listen to other people. It doesn't mean that other people's opinions shouldn't matter. But should it control who you are as a person? What's inside of you? Your ambitions, your goals, your dreams. Should all that be thrown away based on the fact that one person doesn't like it? Despite the fact that they are not pursuing anything, so you shouldn't pursue anything? So your happiness should not be relevant? Y'all stay tuned. We're going to be right back because we're going to get deeper and deeper into this.
We'll be back with your host, Reggie, on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, we all know that Atlanta, Georgia is a big city, and sometimes you might need just a little bit of help. But you know what? That's why we have Legs Concierge Services. Are you looking for someone to help you with errands, event planning, dog walking, organizing, shopping, or maybe you're in need of a personal assistant? Then you need to contact Legs Concierge Services, operating in Atlanta, Georgia. For more information on these and additional services, contact rarmstrong105@gmail.com. That's rarmstrong105@gmail.com. Remember, time is precious, so let Legs Concierge Services help you enjoy it so much better.
We hope you're enjoying the show. As our listeners, this show is made possible because of your support. Make sure you click the subscribe button and leave a comment. Thank you for being a part of the show, and now back to your host, Reggie Maddox.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the second half of today's show. Today we're talking about what is happiness to you, not to your friends, not to your family, not to your coworkers, to you. What is happiness to you? And I'm not talking about just being happy for the moment or just being happy for a few hours. I'm talking about what is happiness in your life, long term. That's what we're talking about today. And I really want to get deeper into this because I really want you to understand that you need to value what makes you happy in life. Because when you find happiness in life, that means you value what's on the inside of you. That means you're valuing you. And as I said earlier, many of us spend so much of our lives, so much time in our lives every day working to make other people happy. We work to make companies happy, and we work to make managers happy, bosses happy, supervisors, co-workers, husbands, wives, kids, friends, associates. We're always trying to make other people happy, but what about you? What about you? When you go home, when you in that car ride by yourself, are you happy? Are you happy when you lay down in that bed at night? Are you happy? And we want to talk about that. That's what we're talking about today. Because think about it. Everybody laughs, but have you ever felt like, wow, I just laughed and it actually felt good? Because it wasn't no sarcastic or fake laugh or just kind of a ha 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 ha, yeah, you cool, I'm gonna laugh because you said it type thing. It's because you felt laughter on the inside. And I think it's sad when a person can't enjoy the fact that, they like to laugh. But the one laugh they actually get is once every year, twice a year. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how you're supposed to feel about laughing or having a real good laugh. You're supposed to really be able to laugh. And many of us don't. But happiness is more than that, but that's a part of it. Do you have realistic thoughts about your own life, memories, something that makes you laugh without some form of sadness or depression that follows it? You'll be surprised how many people, when they find a moment to laugh about or something to think about that makes them laugh, is followed by some form of sadness or some form of regret. So quick as you thought about that memory that kind of made you smile and laugh, right behind it comes that train of depression or sadness or anger or regret. That's not happiness. We need to find happiness. And happiness is all about getting to know the real you. It's getting to know who you are. Not how people perceive you, not what people want to see from you, not what you want to show people because that's what people want you to be. I'm talking about you. You. That person that wants to write a book, that person that wants to start a movie, that person that wants to open a boutique, that person that wants to go back to school, that person that wants to be at a volunteer program, that person that wants to run a community center. You, that person that wants to be a stand-up comedian, that person that wants to actually be a good, real politician. That person that wants to make a difference in your community. That person that wants to contribute to life itself. Who be a positive influence in the community. That person that you sort of buried because you're worried about other people's ideas or thoughts. You're worried what they're going to think. They're telling you, oh, you're okay. You're doing all right. You're making so much an hour now. Oh, why jump to that? People always say that. Why not? Why are you not doing what makes you happy? Why are you not doing what's burning inside of you? Why are you squishing that fire? Don't say other people doing it because you're doing it. It's your fire. That fire don't go out unless you put it out. And when people ask you like, are you happy or what is happiness to you? People automatically think you're going to say, well, being happiness to me is a trouble-free life. No, that's not what people think about when they say they want happiness. What is happiness to them? Because everybody knows that problems are going to come in your life. You're going to have problems. But happiness is feeling confident in yourself that you got the ability to manage those problems, those troubles. That's happiness. It don't mean you always got the money, but it means you feel confident enough to be able to do it. It don't mean you always got the resources. You always got the answers. But happiness is just being confident in yourself to know, I know how to work this. I can work this. It don't mean you're going to fix it in an hour or you're going to fix it in the next week or the next month. But you are confident in your ability to fix it. Be it 6 months or 7 months. You're confident. You have to know who you are and what you want to be in life. You have to. If you don't know who you are, then how are you going to be happy? And like I said earlier, you know who you are. You know what's inside of you. You know what you want to do. The problem is you're letting everybody else tell you what you're not. You're letting everybody else, words of whether they approve or disapprove, determine who you are. What you do, where you go, where you move, how you make your moves. You can't do that. What's inside of you was given to you. They may not understand it. Some people cannot understand it. Some people don't want to understand it. Some people value you as a resource. Some people value you as a bouncing board to bounce their ideas off of, but they don't value themselves as a resource to you. They don't see themselves as a bouncing board for you. So while you're sitting there constantly expending yourself to others, all of your happiness is going straight out the window to them. Think about that. You know who you are. Don't let other people tell you what you're not. You know what you want to be in life. Don't let other people take your happiness away from doing that. Because you have to learn to take care of a few things to make sure you're happy, to ensure your happiness. If you want to be happy, if you want happiness in your life, how many times I got to say it? Happy, happiness, happy, happiness. If you want this in your life, then you have to be true to you. You have to be true to who you are. Stop letting other folks discourage you. I've seen people post stuff on social media, and if they don't get any likes, their whole motivation is gone. Their life is gone. Do you realize that if I let other people decide my happiness, I would have stopped this whole podcasting thing a long time ago. I wouldn't have written any poetry. I wouldn't have done anything. You cannot base your dreams on social media, what other people think, how other people feel. If you get 100 likes or 2 likes, it doesn't matter. It's you. It's about you. It's not about them. You're going to find some people who are going to support you in life and want you to be happy and want you to have happiness throughout your life. And you're going to find other people that really don't care. They're just being nosy. Some people want to see you fail. But your happiness matters. There's a few things you need to take care of, okay, when it comes to happiness in your life. There are some things that you need to take care of. Number one is your integrity, okay? If you got strong morals and principles, your moral uprightness, you need to take care of that. Because you don't want to end your day or start your day feeling like you betrayed your own morals. Feeling like you betrayed, you know what I'm saying? Your quality of being honest. You don't feel like you betrayed your integrity. You have to maintain that. Maintain your integrity. Don't sacrifice that. That's a part of your happiness to life. Your goals, your dreams. Okay? Things you want to do and be passionate about it. It doesn't matter if you write a book and only a few people buy it. It don't matter if you write and publish a song and only a few people like it. It don't matter if you start a business and it never turns into a mega franchise. The point is, it was your goal, it was your dream, and you did it. Had the people that you probably know right now have talked about 1,000 things that they wanted to do in their life and have not done one. I'd rather live my entire life saying, I wrote a song, I wrote a book, I did this, I did that. No, I may not have became a A-list actor or a big, profound known person, but you know what? I did it, and I'm happy because these are things that I wanted to do and accomplish in my life, and I did. I loved every minute of the creative process of putting it together. I did it. Had the people you talking to right now, like I said, they had 1,000 things they talking about doing and ain't did one. And they going to take all that to the grave with them. Don't live your life like that. Find happiness in doing the things that you want to do. Like I said, write a book. It don't matter. You did it. If it's a hit, it's a hit. Great. If it's not, you know what? You accomplished it. You did it. Peace of mind. How do you keep your peace of mind? What inspires you? What keeps you, and helps you to be more creative? What relaxes you and gives you a sense of self-satisfaction, of freedom from worry and anxiety? You have to maintain your peace of mind. Find things that motivate you. Find things that relax you. You know what I'm saying? And what gives you a sense of self-satisfaction at the end of the day? For some people, if they can just do 3 kind gestures a day, to them, wow, that's happiness. Whatever your happiness is, embrace it so it gives you that peace of mind. Find your peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? And develop a peace of mind that you don't take the burdens and struggles that, other people have put on you that you can't handle. You can't fix it. You can't make it a difference. If you sit there and listen to 10 negative conversations, why are you taking that home? People will dump their weight wagon on you and then they will go home and be happy. And you sitting there worried about them and they ain't thinking a thing about you. Find your peace of mind. Now, the last one is going to help you with that peace of mind. And that's your environment. Because so many people are not happy simply because they don't have the right people in their environment. They don't bring the right things into their environment. If you keep negative people in your environment, then you know what? It's going to be hard for you to find your happiness. If you don't have supportive people who actually think about when you say you want to do something, they're like, hey, go for it. Then you're going to have a hard time finding happiness. They're going to bring discouragement. They're going to bring judgment. Your environment is so important to you. You have to take control of your environment. It don't mean you shut the world out, but it means that you know how to limit the things that are negative and embrace more things that are positive. It may mean just simply changing your music. Get away from negative music. Start finding positive things. Start listening to motivational speeches. These are things that's free. There are things you can incorporate into your life that will help create a more positive mindset. And the things you want to do, you want to write a book, start watching videos and listening to people who have written books, and they give you tips and examples of what they did, what worked, what didn't work. You want to write music, do the same thing. You want to start business, do the same thing. The way to enhance your creative fire is by embracing information that helps fuel that fire to kind of guide you on that process. Create an environment that's conducive to what you want to accomplish, something that's conducive to you. Make your environment centered around your happiness. Don't center your environment around the chaos in the world. Center your environment around you. Center your environment around your ambitions, around your goals. The people that are negative, set a boundary. The people that are positive, set another boundary that's closer to you that you can hear them more than the negativity. Hey, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back with the final thoughts of today's show.
You're listening to Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, this your man Reggie here. Are you looking for some fresh new music? Are you looking for an artist that's got that positive vibe and that positive flow, that knows how to flow lyrically? Then man, you need to check out Tone G Music with songs like Buzzing, Good Deeds, and Pick Up the Phone. Now these songs are available on Apple Music and other digital platforms. Tone G brings that positive vibe in everything he does. And the music he brings with the reggae style and that smooth lyrical flow, oh, you know what to do. Y'all check out Tone G Music.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the final thoughts of today's show. Today we talked about what is happiness to you. I can't tell you what your happiness is because only you know that. You know the things you want to do. You know the goals you want to accomplish. You know the dreams you have. You know who you are as a person. And you know what you want to do with your life. It doesn't matter what I think or whether I like it. It doesn't matter who likes it or doesn't like it. The point is, it's your dreams. You have ambition that you need to ensure you accomplish in life. You have to at least try. If you allow the rest of the world to dictate your happiness, then you'll never be happy. If you allow the rest of the world or social media likes or people around you to determine that whether your dreams or goals are valid, then they're determined that if you're valid or not. And the only person that can validate everything that you want in life, the things you want to do, is you. And remember, a lot of things you want to do, a lot of us, we have things we want to do that's not about getting rich or being famous or obtaining wealth. It's simply the fact that there's some creative aspect to us. There's some fire inside of us that's burning to either be involved in the community, write a book, write a song, start a business, whatever it is, it's your fire. Only you can put the oxygen in your fire to make it grow. Everyone else is going to try to smother the oxygen so your fire can't grow. I know sometimes when you start a family or you get into relationships, Sometimes the things we want seem to get put on the back burner. That's why it's important to really talk to the person you're with, the person you're dating, your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. If you're serious about getting into a relationship, talk about your dreams and your goals. Because sometimes we think that being in love is the key to happiness. But what good is to be with somebody, but you're not happy about who you are or what you're doing? You're not happy about the fact that you didn't go back to school. You're not happy with the fact that you're not starting your business. You're not doing what you want to do. You can have it both. You can do both. You can be in love and work on your dreams. You can be married and work on your dreams. You can be in a relationship and go after your dream. It doesn't have to end. Relationships does not mean you stop being who you are. It means you just found somebody that's going to embrace and support who you are. Isn't that what we want? The person we're in love with, the people we love, to do the things that's going to make them successful as a person internally. Like I said, write that book. No matter how many people tell you it's a dumb idea, it'll never sell, write that book. Write that song. Start that business. You have to do what's inside of you. And like I said before, you may sell one copy, you may sell 1 million copies. 8 people may like your song, 1,000 people may dislike it. But at least before God called you from this world, you put you out to the world. And sometimes, our greatest works are not recognized till we're long gone. You see it all the time. I remember when Gerald Levert passed away, very rarely did you hear his music. When he passed away, he ended up getting a Grammy, but he never got it when he was alive. But at least Gerald Levert can say, I wrote those songs, and yes, he did. And you can do the same thing. I'm not saying when your flowers are going to come. You may get them when you're alive. You may get them afterwards. But the point is, release your dreams. Don't take them to the grave with you. Don't let other people bury who you are, bury your dreams, bury your goals. Do it. Don't let that fire inside of you die, because somebody is going to benefit from what's inside of you. Somebody, life is going to be for the better, even if it's just one. And I said when I started this podcast, I put out over 100 episodes now. If one person feels like it made a difference to their life or it helped them in a moment of crisis, I'm happy, baby. I love doing this. And I'm going to keep doing this. I love it. And I want you to love what you do. I want you to love finding your passion and pursuing it. Hey, this is Reggie Matter with the Simple Straight Talk, baby. We'll be back next Friday with another show. Okay. Happiness, man. Happiness. That's what it's about. Find your happiness, and that's knowing who you are and not letting other people determine your happiness. See you next week. Happy people.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Simply Straight Talk podcast. Make sure you visit our website at rmviagem.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Libsyn, SoundCloud, or Spotify, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. Thank you, and see you next week.